Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so today we are going to talk about chapter 9, which is project communication and documentation. Okay, project communication and documentation is very important. Okay, sebab in a team or in a project management team ni, we always communicate and we always apa orang kata, we always noted everything and put them in a documentation form. Okay. So at the end of this chapter, you should be able to suggest how to enhance personal communication, effective listening, various type of project meetings, formal project presentation, project reports, project documentation, and collaborative communication tools. Right. Personal communication, as you know, it can happen using non-verbal behavior, face-to-face or oral or written. Non-verbal is through your face expressions and body gesture. Sometimes kalau kita tak cakap pun, our face expressions and our body gesture shows what we really mean. Okay, so it can be face to face ataupun boleh call, WhatsApp, apa lagi, email, short messaging system, so kita boleh guna semua tu kan. It can be oral or written. Kalau face to face tu kita orally talk and phone calls pun orally talk. Tapi kalau written tu macam kita tulis luah perasaan kat status, tulis dalam WhatsApp, okay, update dekat Facebook, itu written. So oral communication provide a forum for discussion. Body language and tone are very important sebab your body language and your tone ni will determine in what mood are you in. Okay, body language can be used by the listener to give feedback to the speaker. Body language can be positive or negative. It can show whether we like that person or not and either we are in the discussion or not. Okay. Oral communication, it also awareness of other cultures custom is very important. Be sensitive about other people cultures, okay, and races sebab kalau tak kita akan hurt others people feelings, okay. Not using offensive remarks. Oral communication should be very straightforward. Written communication. Written communication ni can be carried out through internal memos or external letters lah. Normally it will transmit it through email or hard copy bagi by post laju ke JNT ke terpulang, right? Appropriate as a follow up or for a face to face conversation. Contohnya macam you know that you have to send the RFP, okay, and then you need to develop a proposal. So proposal ni kan boleh be handed by hand, or you can simply post it out. So definitely written communication is very important. Writing a proposal is also a written communication. Okay. Okay, now after you have learned about the written and oral communication, now you learn about the effective listening. Okay, the heart of communication is not words but it's understanding. Ramai orang dengar tapi tak faham. You are listening but you don't understand. Okay, a good or effective listening begins when you start to understand what people trying to say. So focus on what they are trying to say and try to understand the messages behind it. Okay. Half of making communication effective is listening. What are the barriers for effective listening? Sometimes we just pretend to listen, okay? And then we have distractions. For example, sekarang lagi kan we have ODL. So maybe you are pretend to listen ni cepat-cepatkan slide ni. So you tak berapa nak dengar sangat pun what are my explanations. So you tak dapat benda tu. So and then there is distraction. Tengah-tengah dengar saya punya YouTube, tiba-tiba kawan ajak main PUBG because ODL. So ini adalah distractions juga. Okay, bias and close-mindedness. Kita rasa macam I don't like this person, so I don't like this lecturer, I don't like this class, I don't like this subject. So being biased and close-mindedness is also common barriers to effective listening. Impatience, tak nyabar. Orang belum habis cakap lagi dia dah potong kan. Aku tahu kau nak cerita pasal ni. Be patient and try to let the person speak first and listen very well. So by listening and giving them chance to speak, you will become a good listener. Don't jump into conclusion. Jumping into conclusions is also a barrier to effective listening because belum apa-apa lagi, memang salah kau lah tu. Definitely that will be the first and last that person is talking to you about whatever thing that she or he is want to talk to you to. How to improve listening skill? First, focus on the person talking. Engage in active listening. Okay, active listening means that when person is telling you something, oh, I see. Really? Then how? Oh my god. So engage in active listening. Ask questions. Bila dia dah habis tanya and then dia berhenti ataupun dia pause, macam tu lah weh. Oh, so lepas tu apa tindakan kau? So this is where you ask question because you want to engage in active listening. Okay, don't interrupt. You ask question bila dia berhenti, bukan bila di tengah cerita dia pas tu. No, don't interrupt. Okay. Alright, now we focus on types of project meeting. Ada dua, status review and problem solving. Sorry, ada tiga, status review, problem solving and technical design review meeting. Okay. Status review is where lead by the project manager and kita cuma nak inform, identify problem and identify action taken, itu sahaja. Okay, kena buat regularly sebab benda ni problem tu akan sentiasa berlaku. So kita nak tengok sama ada problem yang arise ni dah diselesaikan ke belum. Okay, to status. Okay, so status review subject for discussion adalah accomplishment since last meeting. For example, cost, schedule and work. Okay. Alright. Risk assessment, blah blah blah. Okay. Problem solving meeting, which is the process. Ini apa nama ni? Kita guna the 9 problem solving method tadi. Okay. And then technical design is preliminary design review meeting, final design review meeting. Ada dua Okay. Effective meeting. Before the meeting, we should determine perlu ke meeting tu, apa tujuan meeting tu, siapa participate. Kadang-kadang some meeting ni bukannya semua orang kena ada kat dalam tu pun. Kadang-kadang mungkin department saja, ketua department saja. So we have to determine this first. In order for you to develop an effective meetings, before the meeting, these are the things that you need to do. Okay. And then distribute agenda, prepare also visual aids or handout, make room and visual aid arrangement. During the meeting, you have to make sure you start meeting on time. Kena ada note taker, siapa yang ambil minute. Review the purpose of the agenda, facilitate, don't dominate. Maknanya kita cuma akan ikut agenda tu, alright. For the first agenda, we try to look at the internet. So can you explain? So don't dominate, just facilitate. You have to make sure that you only guide the meeting to run it, but not to dominate. Okay. Summarize all the results at the end of the meeting. Do not overrun the scheduled meeting time and evaluate the meeting process. After the meeting, publish the meeting result within 24 hours. Kita ada note taker tadi kan. So the note taker kena keluarkan result tu within 24 hours. Kenapa? Because kita will let everybody know for each of the task siapa yang assign, apa yang kena buat dan sebagainya. Itu pentingnya minit mesyuarat. The summary document should be very concise. It should confirm decisions that were made and list the action items. Okay. Preparing for a presentation. Okay, this one is very important, especially if you are having a presentation for customer. Okay, so you need to determine the purpose of a presentation. Who is your audience? Make an outline. Use a very simple language. Prepare some notes, but not an A4 size. Okay, notes tu kecil saja. Put on the point, on the important point that you want to deliver. Okay, practice. Prepare visual aids and test them first. Okay. Test them tu dekat setiap laptop jangan test dekat laptop you je sebab kadang-kadang laptop you compatible but laptop orang lain tak compatible. So try and test them dekat semua orang punya laptop. Okay, make copies and hand out materials. Make copies maknanya save dalam pen drive, save dalam Google Drive, save lah dekat mana-mana boleh save, hantar sekali dekat email apa semua. Okay, And then request the audio visual equipment well in advance so that you boleh test benda tu. Alright. In delivering a presentation, expect a bit of nervousness, jangan overconfidence, okay. Know the first or two, three sentences of your presentation. Macam mana you nak mulakan, so you kena tahulah. Talk to audience, okay. Bukannya talk to the audience, you kena engage a conversational style lah, okay. Speak clearly and very confident. Use appropriate animation. You do not stand in front of your visual aid sebab kadang-kadang orang akan cakap bonda ni di mana nak nampak kan, okay. In delivering, also build interest in your presentation. You kena tunjuk yang you berminat dengan presentation you tu, apa yang you nak sampaikan tu. Keep the key points to your outline, know your closing line and allow time for interaction with audience. Tanya ada question tak, apa benda kan. When responding to the question, be sincere, candid and confident. Okay, jangan nampak sangat rigid macam terlalu baca teks. Kadang-kadang bila orang tanya soalan, kadang-kadang soalan tak ada kena-mengena dengan apa yang kita present. Dia cuma nak tengok macam mana cara kita menjawab saja. So be friendly, be sincere, candid and confident. Type of project report ada progress and final report. So progress report ni adalah inilah benda-benda yang kena ada dekat dalam tu. Progress report is basically perjalanan ataupun progress of project lah yang kita nak tengok. And final report is where we include customer original need, apa semua. This is where the final results of your project. Preparing useful reports, okay, make your report concise and write as you would speak. Okay, cakap tu mesti nak bercerita. Put in the most important point first. Use graphic where possible. Pay much attention on the details. Okay, project documentations and controlling changes. Okay, ini dah masuk macam project documentation, benda-benda yang you kena simpan lah. Banyak benda yang you akan simpan, proposal, receipt, kemudian perbelanjaan, kemudian progress report, minute mesyuarat. So you kena ada semua benda-benda ni, right? Okay, collaborative communication tool. Face-to-face meeting are not always visible for timely constraints such as travel distance, telecommuting atau bekerja di rumah macam sekarang ODL kan. So ini adalah antara benda-benda yang ni lah yang menghalang face-to-face. Okay, so bila kita ada masalah ni, apa yang kita boleh guna? Kita boleh guna teleconferencing, groupware, sekarang kita ada Google Meet, kita ada social media, content management system. So benda-benda ni akan membantu kita untuk berinteraksi, terus berinteraksi. Tak adalah kata bila kita ada constraint tu tak boleh terus buat apa-apa, tidak. Okay, so itu sahaja untuk chapter ini. Saya harap semua orang faham dan boleh apply communication and especially in listening skills tadi lah. Okay, I hope you guys have a good day. Okay, kita akan jumpa lagi in the next chapter. Alright, thank you so much. With that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.